Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to get situated. And if anyone hears of Mary Teegee, can you send her to the stage, please? Thank you. In case you're wondering how much money was raised yesterday for our youth panelist whose car broke down yesterday, we raised 5,007. Yeah. $5,752.85. And there's like an extra 20 here. So that's amazing. Wonderful job. And that is a ceremony that my people do back home, the Cree people, and I want to gift that ceremony to you. All you need is a blanket, people to hold it. You walk clockwise, you have singers, and they sing, and it's for a good purpose. So if you're ever at like a big gathering like this and something happens, I think a year ago we had an elder whose motor broke in their vehicle on the way there, and we ended up raising like $8,000 for him. So just a tool that you guys can use. You're welcome to use that ceremony in the appropriate spaces that you do them. Also, if anybody else has a bear, like a spirit bear, if you can bring them to the stage to join Cubone, that would be great as well. So I think I'm going to get started now, because it's kind of awkward just standing up here and having you guys stare at me. Danse, nuagumagante kutamskate na wakakyo na nasmunin total yek. Wapastim kauk totit sagasnuk napel tsigason. My name is the white horse that comes from the east. I want to acknowledge our creator, Mamu Tawi Mausimanto, Negawiaski, our Mother Earth. The grandfathers and grandmothers that sit in the four directions. There's Kisikau Pisim, the sun, Kseno Piasu, the thunder, Kseno Yotin, the wind, and Pasquamustus, the buffalo. Those are the four main Ogisigawak, or angels, that look after the Cree people, or the Nehiawak. And why that's important for us to acknowledge is because when we consider the fact of breathing life into our laws and legal systems, I truly believe that it's our Nehia Mamtanichagan and our ancestral way of thinking, our spiritual knowledge and teachings, that is going to bring that life into our laws and legal systems. And I provide presentations with First Nations and trainings across the country when it comes to understanding what spiritual law is and how to bring it into this modern world through our laws and legal systems. And to me, it starts with your name, your spiritual identity, your relationship with the Creator, and it's something that is deeply personal. And I don't think we recognize enough how hard and how much pressure our leaders can be under because of the extent of violent settler colonialism and how it's fragmented our communities. But to have that kind of weight put on a leader's shoulders, they need to have that spiritual connection. They need to have that spiritual identity. They need the Creator backing them up. And so to be a leader, from my perspective, and to lead our nations, whether it's chief in council or in any way, the first part is having that relationship with our Creator. It's having that identity and that connection to the spirit world, understanding our creation stories. Because from what I know, our laws come from those creation stories. That's how the Creator taught us how to live as a people. And if we are going to draft laws governing our children and families, we have to start there with our creation stories. How can we know where we are going if we don't know where we came from? if we don't know why the Creator put us here? So from my perspective, we start with those creation stories. We start with that identity. And this is a deeply personal journey. If you want to take it upon yourself to begin drafting a law governing our children and families, you are also taking it upon yourself to start that spiritual journey and that connection to our ancestors and the Creator. So I'm very humbled to be with all of you today. I also wanted to acknowledge our Grand Chief, Kathy Merrick, who had passed away, unfortunately, not long ago. And from what I read, she was talking to reporters, and I don't know the details, but I can't imagine the kind of stress and pressure that our leadership are under, not only from Canada or these child welfare systems or the justice system, but even the pressure from our own people, the pressure that we put on ourselves. And so now more than ever, we really need the love and the guidance and the humor and the happiness and the joy that our cultural identity provides for us. People like Elmer Kershane, and I had no idea that this conference was inspired by him because he was one of my biggest inspirations. When I was co-chair of the Assembly of First Nations Youth Council, he was the one who looked after me and protected me. When I was going to bat with the national chief all the time, he was the only one who stuck up for me. So I really loved and appreciate that man, and I think it's so beautiful that this conference was actually inspired by him. So I really want us to take that time to acknowledge Elder Elmer Kershane. I also, I found the forest where they shot Twilight yesterday. I don't know if you have me on Facebook, but I did a little photo shoot. I actually turned into a werewolf and was running around in the bush yesterday. It was wonderful. It's a very beautiful land that we have here. So I also want to let people know that the collective honoring that we were supposed to have yesterday is going to happen at the end of day 3, and this is called Illuminate the Love Within. And I also want to remind you that we have these colorful child hands, and what we're doing with these is, if you don't get one and you need one, I think they're on a table outside the door, if that's right. Okay, they're on a table outside the door, and what you do is you write down what you believe the rights of Indigenous children are, or what you think a right for an Indigenous child is. And you put that on the hand, and you leave it out there on the table. And what they are doing is they're creating this international declaration to protect the rights of Indigenous children, because they have the rights, they have UNDRIP, right, the rights of Indigenous people. They have the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child. And how special would it be that you right now can be a part of an international document to protect the rights of Indigenous children around the world? That would be really special. So make sure you put your thoughts on these hands and include them out there. So let's begin. Now I want to introduce Catherine Lapa. Oh, we have Mary Teegee here. Welcome. I'm sorry, before we start with Catherine, I want to invite Mary up for 5 minutes, please, just to give us a welcome. Round of applause.
Andre, I thought I was trying to sneak in here. Good morning, everybody. I really hope you had a wonderful day yesterday. Just a wonderful presenters from what I heard. And I think it's really, I got to say, I was just moved to tears with Grand Chief Stuart Phillips' adoration and accolades for your beautiful wife. It was such a beautiful opening statement. So thank you for moving my heart. It all gives us hope. And I think for I just newly got married last year. I'd been engaged for like 16 years or something, and I finally got married. And it was funny because a lot of course, my whole nation, they're like, why didn't I get invited? Why didn't I get invited? I said, because I didn't want 1,000 craziness. I'm not going to pay for that. That's just too much. So what I did this last August, I actually had 2 weddings. I had the legal one on July 15th, and then the real one, the ceremonial one, the traditional one, on August 19th. So this year I thought, oh, I'll invite my relatives that I didn't invite and have a little anniversary party. And I wanted, initially, what I wanted was actually to have a white wedding, like Billy Idol. So I started inviting people to my white wedding anniversary, and so many people said, oh my God, Mary, isn't that racist? Like, then I realized, I said, well, a little bit, well, they're not all white. Yeah. Anyways, so I just wanted to welcome you again this morning, and I really do apologize for being late. As you know, the hearing for Jordan's principle, the non-compliance, is ongoing right now, and the Caring Society are presenting. Later, AFN, for heaven's sakes, will be presenting against the Caring Society, and then Canada. So I was doing that this morning, and really today I just would like to ask for your prayers to make sure that all goes well so that we can truly, truly have justice for our children. And so today I wish you good spirit and good energy. And again, it's so wonderful to see all of you here. Masai.